NBA Journey, dominating the court as Interior Overlord. Episode 51. In the first 4 minutes of the second quarter, the Raptors bench began to fill in the holes for the starters. VanVleet burst out in succession, hitting 3 three-pointers in quick succession, gradually narrowing the gap. Had it not been for Hield's response, the Kings would have been in a backward position when Jean Tao played. For the gap in the strength of the two teams' second team, Jorgel does not have a good way. The gap in strength does exist, and only the starters can make up for it. Jean Tao came on with 7:44 left in the second quarter to make it 44-42, and the Raptors had already chased the score to 2 points. In the first round of his appearance, Jean Tao showed his power. Hield missed the mid-range stop in the emergency stop. Ibaka, who debuted, was about to take a backcourt rebound. But just when Ibaka was about to touch the ball, a pair of palms directly took the ball away from the top of Ibaka's head. Ibaka was furious, and instinctively immediately turned around to cover the guy behind him. There were too many people, and it was Jean Tao who grabbed the offensive rebound before Ibaka could react. Jean Tao took the ball and landed on the ground and jumped for the second time instantly, and he was pushed by Ibaka again, but it did not affect the continuation of the attack. Beep. Box. Jean Tao still completed the one-handed splitting. 46-42. 2 + 1 is done again. Seeing that it was Jean Tao, Ibaka wanted to cry without tears. Even the referee couldn't help but shake his head. It is impossible not to blow such an obvious foul. Fortunately, Jean Tao failed to score this free throw, and the rebound was also protected by Barron waving his elbow. Jean Tao stepped back to defend with a little regret. The fans at the scene sympathized with Ibaka a little. This guy only played more than 1 minute in the first quarter, and he won't go down again. The fans' fear soon came. After the Raptors passed, Lauri Tsuesu hit a three-pointer, and the Raptors' big man had not completely passed the position. 46-45. The King launched a quick serve and Fox passed to Jean Tao in front. Jean Tao held the ball in front of the court to play two, and the Raptors' backcourt were Barron and Ibaka. Ibaka saw Jean Tao holding the ball and constantly rushing towards him. He knew that he could not foul, and immediately raised his hand and kept retreating. I would rather let Jean Tao this ball than foul it. But. Bang. When Ibaka retreated, he collided with Barron, who was about to rush forward. Bang. Ibaka waved his finger and pounced on Jean Tao, who started to collect the ball. Serial crashes. Beep. Faced with the scene of a large car accident, the referee reluctantly sounded the whistle again. At the home court of the Raptors, the referees really didn't want to blow it that way, but there was no way. All three big men fell down. To blow this ball is again only to blow Ibaka's foul. Instead of standing up directly, Ibaka knelt with his head in his hands. OMG, poor Serge, he played less than 2 minutes in the second quarter. Hey! This ball is Barron's pot, he shouldn't rush forward, so that he won't collide with Ibaka, and Ibaka won't pounce on Jean Tao. Pathetic. Without any surprises, when Jean Tao made a free throw, Casey replaced Ibaka. Casey didn't say anything about Ibaka this time. He saw the big man trying to avoid fouls. This time it was just an accident. Ibaka walked towards the bench with a little blank eyes, and his teammates came to comfort him. For offenses without much fighting, so it's strange not to collapse. Standing on the free throw line again, Jean Tao hit both free throws steadily. 48-45. Jean Tao himself did not expect Ibaka to end up so quickly. Ibaka slowly regained his firm gaze, glaring at Jean Tao, constantly hinting that he must not foul in the second half. Coach Casey expressed pessimism about the Raptors' interior. Without Ibaka, the interior strength was cut in half. Can Barron hold on? Soon, Barron told him the answer, and he couldn't hold on. With 3:11 left in the second quarter, Barron also made 4 fouls. Casey still didn't say anything to complain about the big man, but just patted the big man's shoulder and replaced it with the Norcala that had been prepared earlier. Knocker's appearance was to foul. This guy didn't care. But Noquila's foul control is very good. The overall rhythm of the second quarter is very similar to the first quarter. Jean Tao has almost no opponents inside, and the Raptors keep wrapping him, and he keeps splitting the ball. The Kings' outer line can only say that it passes. And the outside shooting percentage on the Raptors' side remains stable. At the end of the first half, the score was 66-60, and the Kings entered the locker room with a 6-point lead. Jean Tao's half-court stats were 32 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks. Such data also shows that the Raptors' inside line can hardly do anything about Jean Tao. Barron and Ibaka may be the two best people to limit Jean Tao, but their playing time is too small, and Jean Tao plays very brutally in their absence. Episode 52. I think a lot of people are familiar with this scene. Yes, Ibaka and Valanciunas have committed 4 offenses, and it all seems to be a replica of the last time the two teams met. Smith watched Jean Tao play Valanciunas and Ibaka in the first half. Valanciunas and Ibaka have not improved enough, they are the same as the last time, they look so weak in front of Jean Tao. Barkley said. The two commentators taunted the Raptors insiders. Home dressing room. Casey lashed out at all the players, their strength was above the king, but the situation was so passive. Norkara, in the second half, you have to give Jean Tao a confrontation, don't let him easily catch the ball on the inside. The more afraid you are of him, the more excited he will be. Casey said. Yes, coach. Norkara is also excited, he doesn't usually play much time and today is his chance to prove himself. Strengthen the outside attack, reduce the frequency of attacking the inside, we have to score more points than them. Coach Casey continued to arrange the tactical path. Anyway, if you can't keep Jean Tao at the defensive end, then the team will play against them, as long as the Raptors feel normal on the outside, it is not difficult to defeat the Kings at home. DeRozan and Lowry both thought the same way. At the beginning of the third quarter, Lowry and DeRozan increased their number of shots. Lowry fired a long-range shot 1 meter away from the three-point line. Box. The basketball smashed on the back frame and bounced high. Norkara and Bolt both wanted to rush to grab the offensive rebound, but Jean Tao jumped on the spot, picked up the ball high, and took advantage of the fact that the two inside lines of the Raptors were pressed behind him. Jean Tao decisively launched a counterattack. Swoosh. Jean Tao's pace is very large, the ball control is also very solid, and he also uses a change in the middle to pass Lowry who wants to break the ball. After passing Lowry and running, Jean Tao had completely accelerated. The Raptors' backcourt was also empty. They didn't expect Jean Tao's speed to be so fast, and Lowry didn't block Jean Tao. Jean Tao is like a tiger with full speed, sprinting in a straight line, stepping into it, a flying tomahawk. Crisply and neatly closed 2 points. 68-60. Jean Tao was ready to activate his personal firepower at the beginning of the second half. The next round of the Raptors' offense. DeRozan chose to back Bogdan on the right side away from Jean Tao. After 2 consecutive steps, choose to roll over the middle distance. Bogdan gave DeRozan enough confrontation, this goal still did not score. The rebound was again collected by Jean Tao. Norkara and Boltel did not dare to slacken, and immediately ran back to defense. DeRozan also had some regrets, apparently at the start of the second half he also felt cold. The Raptors' outside line didn't open up as Casey expected. On the Kings' side, Jean Tao's attack was still hot, and neither Norkara nor Boltel could limit Jean Tao. Although the two people did not end up fouling, they were blown up by Jean Tao. After playing half of the third quarter, Jean Tao was already shooting 6 of 6 from them, and he had already scored 40 points and went straight to 50+. Oh, the Raptors' interior has been beaten into a brush by Jean Tao. Does Jean Tao have any hope of getting 50+ in this game? Whether or not he gets 50+, he has dominated the game, and the Raptors are once again enjoying the fear of being dominated by Jean Tao. Barkley couldn't help but shout. If an interior player gets 50+, that's really O'Neal's regeneration. I don't know how long it has been, but the highest score of the inside player has not broken 50. Can Jean Tao succeed? As Jean Tao became more popular in the aviation arena, the fans here also began to cheer for Jean Tao. Jean Tao's ability to attract fans on the road is very strong, and his style of play determines that many people will be willing to watch him play. At the end of the third quarter, Jean Tao had 48 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, and 6 blocks, just one step away from scoring 50+. The Raptors' trailing score also became 20 points after the third quarter. 91-71. The Raptors, playing at home, are in trouble. The fans, who have been supporting the home team, have quieted down at the moment. If there were no accidents in the fourth quarter, Jorge might not have sent Jean Tao to the field. However, Lowry hit 3 consecutive three-pointers after the opening of the fourth quarter, and one person threw a wave of 9-0 offense. Jean Tao was forced to play again. As soon as he came on the court, Jean Tao hit Ibaka and Varane one after another, which made the Raptors' starting interior only freeze the playing time of this game at 18 minutes and 19 minutes. In both matches, Jean Tao was beaten to 6 crimes. You can imagine how depressed Varane and Ibaka are, and the dead faces of the two in the field have also become the topic of ridicule for Barkley. Facing Jean Tao, they were really too humiliated. Episode 53, Jean Tao's arrival changed the situation between the two teams. In the fourth quarter, Jean Tao played 5 minutes, and in these 5 minutes, he changed his stats to 56 points, 23 rebounds, 5 assists, and 7 blocks. After Jean Tao led the Kings to bring the score back to 20 points, Casey announced his surrender and replaced the main player, and Jorgel replaced Jean Tao. The Chinese fans all stood up and cheered when Jean Tao left the field. Quite a few home fans are echoing them. Jean Tao has won the love of fans. He conquered them with his skills. Zhang Tao broke the modern rookie scoring record in the sixth game of his career, surpassing Jennings' previous 55 points. Zhang Tao conquered the Raptors fans. In the end, the score of the game was fixed at 118-104. Zhang Tao scored 56 points, 23 rebounds, 5 assists, and 7 blocks in the whole game. Zhang Tao became the youngest 50-plus player in the NBA. Looking at the luxurious data of NBA legends, there are not a few such data as Zhang Tao. But most of such data happened in ancient times, and they were basically bombarded by long-established superstars. There is no player who can come up with 50 plus 20 data at Zhang Tao's age. Cutting 50 points and 20 rebounds in a single game is a very difficult task, and only the top interior has a chance to get such data. And many excellent scoring insiders or rebounding monsters don't get such data in a single game. Of course, if you don't look at age, there are only 3 players in the NBA who hit 50 plus 20. The first was Chris Webb with 51 points, 26 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Webb was one of the 4 biggest forwards in the NBA at the beginning of the 21st century, and he was indistinguishable from Duncan at his peak. Webb is a very capable insider, with low offense and mid-range shooting, and he can even break through beyond the three-point line, combined with his superb passing skills, of course. In the 2001 game against the Pacers, Webb scored 51 points and 26 rebounds in a single game, and both teams played 93-91 in overtime, and Webb's 51 points were full of gold. Second place was Anthony Davis with 59 points, 20 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 block. Davis is one of the best interior players in the NBA, with both offense and defense, and the third most efficient player in history. In 2016 against the Pistons, Davis shot 24 of 34 from the field and 9 of 10 from the free throw line and 2 of 2 from three-point range to score 59 points and 20 rebounds to lead the team to victory. The Pelicans' offense almost became Davis's personal show in this game, and no one on the team scored a double-double except for Holiday's 20 points. The third place is O'Neal. This game is the pinnacle of O'Neal's career. It is a classic of classics, the same city derby, birthday night, 61 points, 23 rebounds, and a bloodless victory. It is perfect. It's hard to believe, this is only this guy's 6th game. Zhang Tao has broken countless records. He is the current record harvester. I believe that as the game progresses, Zhang Tao will break one record after another. Barkley said very seriously. Zhang Tao is Barkley's most talented big man in the past decade, even more terrifying than Anthony Davis, and he is full of expectations for Zhang Tao. As soon as the game was over, the reporters began to surround Zhang Tao. Zhang, how does it feel that you scored 56 points and 23 rebounds this game and broke the rookie scoring record in your 6th game? Zhang's rookie record is unrepresentative, and reporters usually approve of Jennings' 55 points. Zhang, you beat Ibaka and Valanciunas in succession in this game. Do you think that the NBA has no interior line to stop you? Zhang, what are your goals for this season? Zhang, after playing 6 games, what do you think of the difficulty of the NBA? Click. Countless flashes surrounded Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao said with a smile, come one by one. It's nice to break history, but I'm not aiming for a record, I'm just trying to help the team win. No, the NBA should have an inside line that can block me, but I don't know who it is. My goal. The team's goal is, of course, a championship, and a personal goal is to try to hit the MVP. As for the difficulty of the NBA, I think it's okay, it's easier than playing 2K, after all, I don't have that strong ability in the game, haha. Zhang Tao teased 2K. Zhang Tao after the 3rd game, 2K updated his information, but only 82 points of evaluation. 2K staff obviously only think that Zhang Tao is a rookie. The performance will soon be flat, which makes Zhang Tao a little uncomfortable. This time Zhang Tao proposed it, just to hit 2K in the face. Episode 54. Sorry, I missed one earlier, now I make it up. This match was the first 50-plus game of Zhang Tao's career, and since entering the league, Zhang Tao's performance has been shaking fans. On the way out of the arena, Zhang Tao high-fived the enthusiastic Chinese fans here and signed autographs. This game made them feel proud. 6 wins in a row. In the Kings' 6-game winning streak, Zhang Tao has made great contributions, and the current king has given all fans a youthful momentum. No one knows where Zhang Tao's limit is, and no one knows which team will stop Zhang Tao's winning streak. Zhang Tao didn't stay long in Toronto because he was following the Kings to the next away game. The Kings' next opponent is the Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers have a very strong center Embiid, and many 76ers fans are also optimistic that Embiid can stop Zhang Tao's madness. Embiid, who is 2.13 meters tall and weighs 113 kilograms, has averaged 20+8 stats in limited playing time since returning from injury last season, and is averaging 23 points and 12 rebounds this season. He has the potential to become the number 1 center in the NBA in the new era. Many people have been looking forward to his duel with Zhang Tao. The 76ers have had a mediocre record of late, and after losing streaks, they have fallen out of the top 8 in the East, and they will play back-to-back against the Kings, losing to the Bulls yesterday and Embiid out due to injury. 2 hours before the game, NBA reporters confirmed that Embiid needed to remain out at the request of the team doctor. 76ers fans expressed disappointment. Of course, many fans are also speculating whether Embiid is a little afraid of Jean Tao and does not dare to play. Because Embiid said on the show before that he would burst Jean Tao on the field. And Jean Tao's last game seemed unstoppable, and if Embiid and Jean Tao went directly to him, then the result was likely to be blown up by Jean Tao. Due to the face and some minor injuries that may exist, Embiid chose to avoid Jean Tao's edge first, so as not to get off the stage. The game soon began. 76ers starters, Simmons, Redick, Covington, Saric and Amir John. The 76ers are missing Embiid and are Amir John Newsman starters. Kings starters, Fox, Bogdan, Hield, Rabazier, Jean Tao. Veteran Randolph needs a break, and successive away games have taken a huge toll on his fitness. In this game, the Kings had a very difficult opening game, their long-range shooting feeling problems. Jean Tao encountered 3 pockets on the inside many times, and the pass came out, but they could not throw the ball in the open space. The outside line feels bad, and after Jean Tao, the inside line is strong. Although Amir John, who is opposite Jean Tao, is also very strong, but the deterrent on the court is not the same as Embiid. In a one-on-one situation, Jean Tao easily has the advantage. In addition to the balls that pass out, Jean Tao bombed 14 points and 5 rebounds in the first quarter. Jean Tao's explosion in the second half allowed the King to smoothly exceed 31-28. Because of his hot form, Jorgel arranged for Jean Tao to play with the Kings' second team in the second quarter. The second team also didn't feel good. Hield missed 5 consecutive three-pointers, and Jean Tao carried the team to 4 minutes and 11 seconds when he was substituted, and the Kings still led by 2 points 46-44 when he was replaced. But after Jean Tao's departure, the Kings' offense was instantly muted, and they had only 1 athletic goal for the rest of the second quarter, while the 76ers, led by Ben Simmons and Jay Redick, ended the first half with a 13-2 run. The score was 48-57 at halftime, and the 76ers' lead came to 9 points. Coming out of the locker room, Jorgel still let Jean Tao rest, but during this time the 76ers again exploded, and the Kings trailed by as many as 16 points at one point. The King eventually needed to rely on Jean Tao, and after Jean Tao returned to the field, the situation changed instantly. Jean Tao led the team to chase points from 16 points behind, at one point chasing the gap by 4 points, but Redick hit a whistle three-pointer towards the end of the third quarter, and the score became 71-78, and the Kings still trailed by 7 points into the fourth quarter. Jean Tao again cut 13 points and 6 rebounds in this quarter. Episode 55. Intercessional breaks. Wojovia Center Court was already full of people at this time, and everyone saw hope of ending the Kings' 6-game winning streak. Philadelphia fans shouted and screamed frantically. Jean Tao is very strong, very good, but the game is 5 people, the rest of you are in such poor form, it is very reasonable for us to win. On the Kings' side, Jorge was on a big and small lineup. Jean Tao looked at the score with a serious face. Give me the ball, I'll play inside, and the outside can also burst in and reduce shots. Jean Tao stood up and followed the other teammates, and said. In the first 3 quarters, Jean Tao was also very depressed, and the three-pointers shot by the King were basically long rebounds, and Jean Tao was not good at grabbing offensive rebounds. Jean Tao hopes that his teammates will shoot as few three-pointers as possible and break through more, so that he has offensive rebounds and the opportunity to play secondary offense. Okay. Several small men nodded. The outside line today 27 shots only 4, the sound of the iron clattered, they are all a little embarrassed. In the fourth quarter, the Kings kicked off first. Bogdan dribbled into the front. Jean Tao bumped into Saric and rushed in. Bang! Bang! Saric and Amir John have been preparing for a long time and have been physically fighting Jean Tao. Jean Tao completed the breakout under the bag, and he found a chance to catch the ball. Bogdan gave the ball in, and Jean Tao took a step on the right side in front of the 3-second zone to catch the ball smoothly. Bang! Jean Tao quickly turned around and bumped into John Sun after smashing the ball with both hands. 1 step to the 3-second zone. Grab the ball with both hands, jump on the spot, and smash it in. Saric wanted to cover it, but he couldn't jump at all, it was a kind of suppression. Box. Branch. The powerful dunk made the basket squeak. But this time it didn't fall. 73-78. Although he has seen the strength of Jean Tao's interior giant in the first 3 quarters, the 76ers fans at the scene still gasped. This style of play is much stronger than Embiid. This kind of attack is what Jean Tao likes. Defensively, Jean Tao roared at his teammates. A few of the Kings' smaller players began to get up and increase their defensive moves, Because if they didn't try to defend, Zhang Tao's scolding would come as promised. Zhang Tao can spot every lazy defensive player. The Kings played the 76ers in much the same way as the other teams, emptying Simmons. Simmons was given a shot from a high post on the right side of the free throw line, and he shot with encouragement from the Kings. Not surprisingly, the basketball smashed on the basket. Simmons also wanted to rush for offensive rebounds as before, but Zhang Tao firmly stuck in position, pressed Simmons, and held the rebound with one hand with his right hand. Zhang Tao to Fox. Fox quickly pushed back. Simmons can't go back, he just rushed to grab the rebound and rushed overhead, and after turning around with nothing, he was thrown away by Zhang Tao. After Fox attacked on the right side, he encountered a two-man attack, and he directly sent the ball back to Zhang Tao, who was about to rush in with a big stride. 76ers were ready. TJ McConaughey stands up under the basket in front of the 3-second zone. As long as Zhang Tao continues to impact in a straight line, McConaughey will fall to the ground and make an offensive foul. Zhang Tao discovered McConaughey's intentions, but he still did not slow down after receiving the ball, but took a step inside the three-point line and then closed the ball. 1 step. 2 steps. Fly. McConaughey looked at the imposing Zhang Tao, gritted his teeth and closed his eyes, firmly covering the bell. He was ready to endure Zhang Tao's forced impact like this. It's just that the expected impact didn't happen. The fans at the scene let out an exclamation. When McConaughey opened his eyes, he was horrified to find that Zhang Tao's legs were completely spread and had just flown over his head. Zhang Tao did not touch McConaughey, he completely leapt over this little defender who was only 185 tall. The chopping of the trend after the leap. Bomb. 75-78. At this moment, the home court of the 76ers went quiet. Silent. No one thought that Zhang Tao would show the death button again. Although the difficulty this time is not as good as his last death button, it is still a real battle. After 2 full seconds of silence, the scene erupted in addition to thunderous applause and cheers. Episode 56. Oh my god. This guy is terrifying. God. He flew over McConaughey? Death button, this big man is too good at playing. He's definitely better than Embiid. Haha, how could Embiid have fought such a horror guy? Without much surprise, Zhang Tao conquered the 76ers fans again with this dunk. Subduing every away game and making the away fans cheer and scream for him is already Zhang Tao's regular operation. At the same time, the fans of the domestic online live broadcast room rioted again. Zhang Tao once again completed the death button across McConaughey. If it weren't for the live broadcast playback again and again, there would be many fans who were still in a state of confusion. How could the barrage be full of screens? Good things have nothing wrong except expensive. Zhang Tao will have a top salary next year. Zhang Tao made Embiid's game boring, he conquered the 76ers fans, and of course, I, a Warriors fan, was also conquered by him. The only king of Sacramento, Zhang Tao is stronger than Weber back then. What a thigh, report Jorge holding his thigh. Zhang Tao once again made the action of the death button, this ball will be the first of the 5 best balls today. Barkley shouted. Poor McConaughey, seeing Zhang Tao rushing over, you shouldn't stand so directly, quickly dodge. Smith shouted. 185 height, expected Zhang Tao to fly? Zhang Tao said that he has tried to fly over higher people. Zhang Tao's height plus his bouncing is too easy to fly over 185 McConaughey. After the completion of this scene, Zhang Tao shocked the people watching him play again. McConaughey smiled wryly, and Simmons went over to comfort the guy, hoping that his teammate would not have a psychological shadow. The Kings bench was constantly shouting frantically under the leadership of Carter, who kind of understood why he always had a lot of little fans just dunking casually. Zhang Tao's dunk was the same as his at the time, he always made everyone party for him, so that everyone watching the game expected him to dunk one. This is also the unique charm of Zhang Tao's dunk. The on-field game continues. The difference was only 3 points, and the 76ers head coach kept shouting frantically at the players on the court. Buelang does not want the players on the field to be crushed by Zhang Tao, they have always been ahead and maintain the advantage, and the score must not be reversed. Rookie, if it were me, I would pull you down. After coming over, Amir John's son spewed trash talk at Zhang Tao. Amir John is a muscular man with average ball skills, but he is physically resistant. When you score a fraction of my score and then provoke, I guess you can't even get 10 points in this game. Zhang Tao shot back at John. Zhang Tao scored 37 points in this game, while Amir John's son only had 6 points, which is indeed not even a fraction of Zhang Tao's. Amir John was a little speechless, Zhang Tao was telling the truth. However, he did not admit it, he bumped into Zhang Tao hard, and then reluctantly stuck in the position to ask Simmons for the ball. Simmons frowned when he saw that Amir John wanted to hit Zhang Tao. Simmons thinks Amir John can't beat Zhang Tao. Give me the ball. John was anxious, he wanted to get 10 points as soon as possible, and then respond to Zhang Tao. Simmons saw that John was more serious and immediately gave the ball. Johnson received the ball successfully, he pushed Zhang Tao hard, did not top. Bang! Muscle-to-muscle collision. Amir Johnson bumped Zhang Tao himself, but he hit and retreated. Amir Johnson hastily turned around when his body was out of balance and wanted to throw the ball out to win a chance. But when the basketball was still rising, it was covered by a huge field and directly grabbed. Zhang Tao easily jumped on the spot to finish grabbing the hat. After finishing grabbing the hat, Zhang Tao shrugged his shoulders towards Johnson. You need to go to the gym to train muscles, otherwise you will eat more walnuts to replenish your head and make up your brain so much. Amir John was embarrassed. Amir John fell to the ground, and then he stood up and went to the referee to complain that there was a foul, shouting a foul to avoid the embarrassment he just made, but the referee ignored him. This ball Zhang Tao did not foul at all, that is, Johnson normal confrontation cannot resist Zhang Tao. Not to mention the referee, the fans on the scene can't stand it. Good ball. Defense. Amir, go back to defense. It wasn't a foul just now. You hit too much water. You're going to be blasted. That's a pretty scratch hat. The home fans taunted John again and again. Johnson stopped pestering and immediately turned back, gritting his teeth and wanting revenge. Zhang Tao really didn't have a little pressure to deal with such a guy, and he wouldn't consider how depressed Johnson was now. This is the cruel NBA, if you can't survive, get out. Episode 57. Simmons had long discovered that Johnson might not be able to defeat Zhang Tao, and he immediately retreated, not giving the king a chance to attack quickly. Zhang Tao gave the ball to Hilda. Hilda is a three-point shooter, but this game is very bad, 1 of 11 three-pointers, the shooting percentage is very dismal, so he does not have much confidence, and after halftime to give the ball to Zhang Tao at the top of the arc. Zhang Tao made a super big change and swung past Amir John and then directly stepped down to the basket. For Zhang Tao, he only needs 2 big steps to reach the basket, with the shadow of the death buckle in front. McConaughey does not dare to make Zhang Tao's offensive foul this time, he can only watch Zhang Tao easily complete the big stride flying body-licking basket. 77-78. Zhang Tao's 3 consecutive goals narrowed the gap between the two sides to only 1 point. Next round. Amir John still wanted the ball, but Simmons wouldn't give it. After Simmons arced, he gave Redick a 3-point tactic. Redick, who shot more than 40% from 3-point range, is one of the NBA's top shooters, and has hit 6 3-pointers in the game, with one man making more 3-pointers than the Kings squad. Hilda has long targeted Redick and has been entangled with him. Redick gave him a lesson today, he doesn't want to continue to be exploded. This time Redick's 3-point shot from the cover was interfered with by the flying Hield. Redick's 3-pointer smashed into the basket, Zhang Tao stuck against Sarek and Amir John, and Bogdan collected the rebound. Bogdan launched a counterattack on the spot and challenged the 76ers' backcourt defense with Fox. Zhang Tao saw them running, so he ran over slowly. In this fast attack, Bogdan shot fast, Fox held the ball to impact the drive to show his unparalleled speed advantage. Europe stepped past Simmons and scored a layup. 79-78. The Kings went on an 8-0 run to take the lead. As McConaughey was about to call a timeout at halftime, he made a mistake with Simmons. Simmons himself ran to the bottom line to serve, and he made a long pass to McConaughey to fight back while the Kings' defense was not ready. The imagination is beautiful, but the reality is cruel. Catch. Simmons' cry didn't alert McConaughey. And Zhang Tao, who saw the steal opportunity in the backcourt, rushed over quickly to complete the broken ball. McConaughey was still confused. Simmons quickly stood up under the basket and raised his hand, and the rest of the 76ers did not react. After Zhang Tao finished breaking the ball, 2 big strides to the top of the arc to adjust the rhythm. Immediately throw an unguarded conversion 3. Flack. High arc. The basketball smashed the lower edge of the basket and went down into the net. 82-78. The King unleashed an 11-0 super attack wave. Coach Bolang just shouted at halftime to stop the game. Oh, the King completed the score under the leadership of Zhang Tao. 11-0, the Kings gained the advantage in momentum, the 76ers failed to take the opportunity, they let the extremely poor King pull back. Barkley and Smith kept explaining the situation on the field. Zhang Tao flicked his 3 fingers and bumped his chest with Hield, Bogdan, and others, to celebrate. The team has finally turned the momentum back. After the pause comes back. The two sides entered a tug-of-war of the game. The Kings' outer line is still throwing iron, and the success rate of the small man on the outside breaking into the inner line is not high. With 1:03 left in the game, Simmons hit a shot from distance at the free throw line. The score was 96-92. The 76ers are only 4 points behind. The situation on the scene has also reached a very tense moment. Jorge called a pause to rearrange. On the Philadelphia 76ers side, Coach Bueling yelled at all the players, "Don't give Jean the opportunity to play inside, let them shoot on the outside, and then we protect the rebounds. The 76ers can't have any more last-minute problems, or they will lose the game. Amir, Sarek, Rick, you all show me that guy, don't let him get inside." On the 76ers side, they obviously focused on Jean Tao, who scored 48 points tonight. Okay. Sarek and Amir John both wiped their faces with towels and confronted Jean Tao, and they were almost exhausted tonight. "You can't let Jean Tao score at the last moment, otherwise this game will be over." Jean Tao, who was halfway on the bench, wiped his sweat with a towel, and then looked at the score firmly. Jean Tao doesn't plan to compete with the 76ers. Pause back. The Kings' key offensive ball carrier is Bogdan. The Serbian is very experienced, he has a very good shooting ability, he has seen a lot of big scenes. At such a critical moment, Fox, who doesn't shoot too well, and Hield, who doesn't have much breakthrough, can't compete with Bogdan. Episode 58. Bogdan kept an eye on the 76ers defense with the ball. The 76ers guarded a joint defense, and Jean Tao was stared at by at least 2 people. After Bogdan judged the situation, he decisively called Jean Tao's cover. Jean Tao quickly stepped up and helped Bogdan block Simmons before going down. Bogdan made a breakthrough on the right side, adjusted his tempo, and he blocked Simmons behind him with his back. Bogdan is a very smart little man who knows how to use his body to create shooting space for himself. When it felt almost the same, Bogdan suddenly pulled up. He stopped shooting mid-range. Simmons gave Bogdan a waist shot behind him, but the referee didn't sound the whistle. Bogdan's unbalanced shot. Box hit the iron. Bogdan was just about to complain to the referee, but heard 2 bangs and frames. He hurried to see what was going on. It turned out that Jean Tao decided that he would not shoot after seeing Bogdan's shot. Rush fast. Before Johnson caught the rebound, Jean Tao once again showed great talent. Jean Tao pressed Johnson hard, directly grabbed the rebounded ball in the air and completed the buckle in front of Johnson. 98-92. Phew. The fans at the scene exclaimed. This frontcourt rebound almost sentenced the 76ers to death. Jean Tao also lit up his muscles towards the camera. Bueling, who watched the team lose defensive rebounds on the sidelines, was furious. Pause. Everyone can see the 76ers' dissatisfaction with the team's protection of defensive rebounds, which can be conceded. Oi. Pretty. Good ball. Bogdan still pretended to complain to the referee that the ball was a foul. It's just that at this time, Bogdan no longer cares about the results of complaining. The players on the Kings field all celebrated around Jean Tao. Jean Tao is awesome. It's going to be 7 wins in a row. 66666. It's so fierce, what a ball. Domineering. I love you, Tao Tao. 50 plus in a row, the most awesome rookie. When domestic netizens saw Jean Tao's buckle, they instantly climaxed. The commentators of China and the United States have been frantically commenting. After the pause comes back. Redick missed a key 3-point shot, and Hield was fouled after holding the rebound. Hield did not miss again on the free throw line, and both free throws were hit. In the following round, Redick hit a 3-point hit, but it was too late. In the end, the score was frozen at 100-95, and the Kings completed the comeback with a maximum of 16 points behind. Jean Tao once again recorded 50 points, 21 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 3 assists this night. If there are still great stars in front of the 50-plus-20, then 2 consecutive 50-plus-20 games are unprecedented statistics. Jean Tao played amazing performances in 2 consecutive games. He dominated both ends of the offensive and defensive ends with unparalleled dominance, hitting 76ers fans chanting his name. No basketball fan would dislike such an inside ferocity, and now Jean Tao, like O'Neal, announced to the NBA that his reign was coming. NBA, the beast coming. The inner line of 76ers is similar to that of high school students, and for Jean Tao, he needs everything. Without Joel Embiid, Jean Tao would be like a fierce beast wantonly tearing and biting among the sheep. Of course, even if there is Embiid, I'm afraid it's just one more fat sheep. Jean Tao is a bit of a bastard, he is bullying children. Barkley and Smith sighed. Jean Tao and the top insiders of their era are estimated to not fall behind. Such talent, such reaction speed, such cutting ability, such defensive ability. It means that Jean Tao is the proud son of heaven in this era. On the field, after the game, Ben Simmons looked at Jean Tao, who was wantonly celebrating the victory in the center of the Kings player, and shook his head. Simmons knows that even if Embiid returns, this game still can't stop such a horror guy. Today's Jean Tao makes Ben Simmons feel that his height can often rush into the inside line, because the inside line is too weak in this era. Jean Tao explained what a real insider powerhouse looks like. Simmons scored 16 points at the basket today, but 14 of those points came when Jean Tao was not on the court. Facing Jean Tao, Simmons didn't even have the courage to break in. The post-match press conference became a Jean Bouy scene. 50 plus 20 for 2 consecutive games. In the case of the team's poor outside touch, Jean Tao almost single-handedly dragged the team forward. Jorge smiled and said, "Our outside line is very bad. I once thought that this game was going to be lost, but fortunately with this guy Jean, I will make him a breakfast tomorrow. Thank him for helping the team get 7 consecutive wins." Heald, who shot 1 of 13 in this game, was even more adoring of Jean Tao. "Really, I've never tried to win on 1 of 13 shooting. Jean changed my record. I love him to death. Every time I throw a ball, this guy gives me encouragement. He's a great team leader." Fox said, 50 plus 20, "Oh my god, am I playing a game? I have witnessed history. Bogdan, they fouled that crucial ball at the end, but James' front dunk made me feel like I didn't need to complain." Randolph also said, "I have never seen such a talented young man, Shaquille. They are similar, but Jean is perhaps better than him." Episode 59, click. Jean Tao is still the last to come out for an interview. Jean Tao is always more serious about bathing, and he will stay in the shower room for about half an hour to thoroughly rinse his body. This is different from a lot of scruffy NBA players. In the face of many reporters' flashes, Jean Tao has gradually adapted to such an atmosphere. The media has already treated him like a superstar. ESPN's reporter asked, "How do you overcome the pressure when you are as many as 16 points behind at one point? You can't get on the outside, and even your own players think you're going to lose this game and the winning streak is coming to an end." Jean Tao thought for a while and said seriously, "First of all, to be precise, I don't feel too much pressure. I really don't have that much pressure. Of course, I think my teammates don't have pressure. We just play basketball, just temporarily didn't play well. Stress belongs to those who are homeless and do not know when they will be able to eat their next meal. Stress also belongs to mothers of single-parent families who struggle to earn money to pay their rent. We make a lot of money playing a game. Compared to them, what we face today is not a pressure, but a challenge. If we call these challenges stress, it is unfair and disrespectful to ordinary people who are really facing the pressure to survive, and I think we will adjust and change accordingly." Jean Tao's words are very positive. Indeed, all the reporters can feel Jean Tao's attitude towards the game and life. Is this a 19-year-old who uttered the words? Many older journalists are not as transparent as Jean Tao. ESPN reporters have heard many stars answer such questions, and Jean Tao's answer is the most true answer he thinks. As Jean Tao said, playing a ball has this pressure and that pressure. Is there pressure still at the bottom of society working day and night in order to survive? Playing badly and pressure is not an excuse, too much pressure to lose the reason and excuse. Jean Tao still shows his maturity far beyond his peers in front of the media. After the game, the major media reports came out quickly. Beast Jean Tao 50 plus 20, a unique historical record. NBA against the sky data, Jean Tao continuously cut 50 plus 20 data. Jean Tao once again exploded 50 plus 20 to help the King win 7 consecutive victories. Crazy beast, who will stop it? Embiid's arm span, the 76ers inside line was once again blasted by him. The first man inside the NBA, it's a miracle. Positive energy sunshine boy, Jean Tao is positive. A wave of fans for Jean Tao's post-match interview. To be honest, Jean Tao is invincible today. Jean Tao reinterpreted the definition of the inner line. Beast. Jean Tao. There are constantly fans who leave words on major news websites, and after this game, they gradually determined Jean Tao's nickname. Beast, Jean Tao. The nickname is given to Jean Tao's hissing on the opponent's inside line again and again, and basically the players who are in line with Jean Tao, no matter how fierce, will eventually just become well-behaved little sheep. Jean Tao's playing style is like hunting by wild beasts. Soon, the nickname quickly spread to basketball circles in China and the United States. The Beast is shaking up the basketball world in its own way. This nickname has also continued to rise with Jean Tao's popularity. After beating the 76ers, Jean Tao also successfully won the second week of his NBA career. This is the first time that a newcomer in the NBA has won this award in a row. Jean Tao conquered all voting experts with his 4 consecutive wins last week and 2 50-plus furious performances. After a 7-game winning streak, the Kings are 13-17 and are 10th in the West, just 2.5 wins away from 8th in the West. You know, the Kings only won 6 games before Jean Tao's arrival, but lost 17 games. They have no playoff hopes, and many Kings fans even thought that they were going to grab the life of the champion this season. But after Jean Tao's arrival, the Kings team was renewed. He changed the image of the team's weakness, and they have not lost since Jean Tao joined the team. According to this trend, let alone Zhou is the best, the MVP may be Jean Tao's. Of course, the Warriors will lose, and so will the Kings, just not yet. Jean Tao also tried to extend the number of victories as much as possible. After leaving Philadelphia, the Kings team rushed to Brooklyn, this time to the last leg of the road trip. The king of 4 consecutive guests is very tired, not only physically tired, but also tired of the game. The Kings players themselves are not the determined type, as can be seen in their complete dysfunction in Philadelphia. Consecutive away games have made almost everyone feel tired of the game. Jorge also knew these problems, so the day after arriving in Brooklyn, the whole team did not practice, and the task given by the head coach was to rest as much as possible. Although he was resting, Zhang Tao did not stay in the hotel. He rushed to the CAA brokerage office in Brooklyn, where he met with CAA's agent, Leon Ross. With Zhang Tao's current fame, Zhang Tao needs to sign a broker contract, and he needs to cash out his fame. Episode 60. Zhang Tao's brokerage contract was finally given to the largest agency in the NBA, CAA. Zhang Tao has always believed in the principle of strong alliance, and he will not cooperate with some agents who do not have fame and protection. Not every independent agent has the same talent and luck as Rich and Paul. Agents of NBA players are important to players, and choosing the wrong one can delay the player's development on and off the court. Although CAA's Leon Rose has a higher commission, his reputation is very good. The NBA has regulations that the agent's commission in a single contract cannot exceed 4% of the contract, and Zhang Tao's agent contract with Ross is 3%, and then the advertising commission is 10%. At noon on the day the broker contract was signed, Ross's team began to contact all kinds of endorsements received in Zhang Tao's mailbox. That night, Ross brought a lot of documents to the hotel room where Zhang Tao and the king were staying. "Zhang, take a look, these are partners who want to find you to endorse." Zhang Tao picked up the endorsement documents and looked at them one by one. Professional people do professional things. Zhang Tao instantly felt that it was really right to find the biggest partner. Very professional, they prepared all the preliminary work and finalized the basic agreement framework in one afternoon. "What's your suggestion?" Zhang Tao asked Ross. Zhang Tao was not in a hurry to make his own choice. These endorsement contracts range from 2 to 5 years and cost $1 million to $10 million. But obviously not all of them followed. "Zhang, your image is a strong, fierce tough guy image. I recommend taking this brand image in the future." Ross offered his professional advice off. "What's the good about this image? It may help you attract more women who are willing to spend money for you, and who have a lot of financial power." "Okay, then do what you want." Zhang Tao doesn't pay much attention to these details, and endorsements are just making money. The endorsement of body lotion is not accepted, the endorsement of cosmetics is not accepted, the endorsement of BMW can be accepted, and AirAsia's can also be accepted. Ross used his professional ability to analyze the pros and cons of one endorsement contract after another for Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao nodded in approval from time to time, and raised different opinions from time to time. Zhang Tao is not a xiaobai who does not understand anything, and he does not only listen to Ross's arrangement, and he himself will make a lot of judgments. In the end, the two discussed for a long time before finalizing these endorsement products and contracts. For Zhang Tao, although he is not short of money, he does not want to make money. The more money is naturally, the better. Zhang Tao signed 5 endorsements, which are probably worth about $30 million, and the time is generally 2 years. Zhang Tao's current endorsement price is about $3 million a year, which is the price of a first-line star. James is only $5 million a year. Note that these endorsements are not sneaker endorsements. Zhang Tao only needs to shoot advertisements, occasionally send advertising tweets, and then usually they have 1 or 2 events to attend, and in life to pay attention to the use of their products, cannot let the media photograph Zhang Tao using competitors' products and so on. Of course there are many, many other fine print. This price is already incredible for Zhang Tao, who has played 8 games. Of course, the large market of 1.3 billion people and the ability of the outside world to judge Zhang Tao as a superstar early are big pluses. After talking about these endorsements, Ross opened the last topic that needed to be communicated, and this topic was also the most important topic of the night. "Zhang, as for the sneaker contract, what are your thoughts?" Zhang Tao's mailbox has a lot of communication emails from sneaker brands, and Ross has to ask Zhang Tao what his opinion is. "I want the focus to be biased towards our domestic brands." Zhang Tao is not a fan of shoes. What kind of shoes he wears does not affect him much. Zhang Tao is very patriotic, and instinctively wants to support them in this regard. Otherwise, domestic products always sign some balloon stars. It's a bit of a drop. But Nike has a lot of influence on the league, and if it is the same performance and statistics, a lot of honors will belong to their players. Ross thought that Zhang Tao did not understand the influence of the brand, and he told Zhang Tao by the way about the current situation of sneaker brands in the league. Brands such as Li Ning and Anta are certainly inferior to Nike in the NBA. So, what if the performance is one level above them? Do they dare to hack my honor? Zhang Tao knew what Ross meant, but he didn't care. "Haha, that's not it, the alliance has its own operating rules, and these brands can't interfere." Ross admired Zhang Tao's self-confidence. Sure enough, this guy is a domineering beast. Zhang Tao is his employer, and everything is still based on Zhang Tao's wishes. What about the price? Which benchmark do you want me to talk about? All-Star? Ross asked. Talk to James Biao, Durant, Curry about the contract price and privileges. Support domestic products are supported, but money cannot be less. This? Ross felt a little embarrassed, although Zhang Tao played 7 consecutive games that could be called O'Neal's performance. But the shoes of the center have always been not as good as the shoes of the defenders, and such a request is difficult to negotiate. All-star level endorsement contracts are already high, and Ross is pretty sure. Don't worry, even if I lose an endorsement contract for a season, I don't care, even if they don't want to now, I think it won't be long before they have someone agreeing. Zhang Tao is full of confidence in his strength. In the end, Ross still compromised, or that sentence, Zhang Tao is the employer, he just needs to implement it in place. December 21st. Kings take on the Brooklyn Nets away with a 7-game winning streak.